What is going on, guys? Daniel Simpson here, back today with another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can successfully pay off your debt. When it comes to paying off debt, there are two popular ways to go about it that both are successful, just as long as you stick with it, because one of the hardest parts about paying off debt is sticking with it and not going back into that debt. Now, with those two options, okay, so the first option is the debt Snowball and the second option is the debt Avalanche. We're gonna go ahead and go over the first option, which is the debt Snowball, first. So when it comes to the debt Snowball, you pay off your balances from the lowest balance to the highest balance. A little snowball, and you take the snowball and roll it down the hill, and it gets bigger and bigger as it goes down that hill. That's basically what the debt Snowball is all about, starting from small and going to the higher balance. So as an example, let's say you have 3 credit cards. The first credit card has $3,000 worth of a debt on it, or credit used. The second one has $8,000 and the third one has $12,000. So in that example, you would pay off the $3,000 one first, then the $8,000 one, and then the $12,000 one finally at last, which would then help you accomplish paying off your debt. The second option is called the debt Avalanche. With the debt Avalanche, you tackle your debt from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. Okay, so you can think of it as a mountain with the avalanche starting at the highest point and then all coming down. That's how you can imagine the debt Avalanche. So in that same example that we just talked about, the debt Avalanche, you would pay off, assuming, let's say in the example we just gave, let's say the $3,000 card has an 8.75% interest rate, the $8,000 card has 19.99% interest rate, and then the $12,000 card has 4.99% interest rate. So the order you would pay it off would be first the $8,000 one, because that has the highest interest rate at 19.99%, then the $3,000 card, which the interest rate of 8.75%, and then the $12,000 card with the 4.99%. So you're not paying it off the same way the debt Snowball, where you're paying the $12,000 card last. You're actually paying the $12,000 card last because it has the lowest interest rate. Remember, you're tackling from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate, and that's basically to help save money on interest that you would pay on the card while you are paying it off. We're gonna go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison of both of these ways, or both of these tactics to go ahead and pay off debt. We're gonna go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison of both of them with the numbers I just gave you guys. So first one is the $3,000 card with a 8.75% interest rate. With the second one is the $8,000 card with a 19.99% interest rate, and the third card is a $12,000 debt with a 4.99. I'm sorry about that. 4.99% interest rate on that card. Okay, so if we did a side-by-side comparison, I did the math and I went ahead and read it here on this paper. You probably won't be able to see it because it's pretty small. I make sure to try and get a board next time I do some explaining like this. But basically, looking here after doing all the math, assuming you make or you pay $500 a month, you're really trying to pay off the cards as fast as you can. Assuming you have $500 a month extra to put towards all 3 of those cards, and you have a $50 minimum payment on each card. Just for simplicity's sake, obviously that's not real numbers, but this is just a proof of concept. With the debt Avalanche, the total interest you would have paid over the time paying off the cards from the highest interest to the lowest interest, you would have paid a total of $4,482 worth of interest in total. That's after paying all the cards off. And with the debt Snowball, working from the lowest balance to the highest balance, not considering any of the interest rates, you would have paid $5,282 $268 worth of interest. Now that is a difference of $786 when it comes to interest. And also the amount of time it takes to have paid off all your balances with the debt Avalanche and the Snowball. We're gonna go over the Avalanche first. It would have taken you 4 years and 7 months to pay off all of your balances, whereas with the debt Snowball it would have taken you 4 years and 9 months. So only a 2-month difference there, but you're saving about, round off, $800 worth of interest paying it off with the debt Snowball. So with the debt Snowball, it does make more sense mathematically to go with the debt Avalanche, seeing that you're working towards cars with higher interest rates and then going down the list. But the thing about the debt Avalanche is that it is a lot harder for people to stick to, mainly because you don't get immediate gratification when it comes to the debt Avalanche, that you do the debt Snowball. Because if you pay off the smaller balance first, it's a lot faster to pay off the smaller balance than it is to pay off the higher balance. So you will be more motivated to stick with it if you were to do the debt Snowball. You have a much higher success rate of doing it, but mathematically speaking, it does make more sense to go with the debt Avalanche. Another point I'd like to reiterate about the debt Snowball, or paying off debt in general, is that me personally, I believe that people's finances, they're 80% behavioral and 20% actual numbers. So because of this, the debt Snowball would be a better option for most people to stay motivated to pay off their debt. Going back to the examples that I mentioned earlier, if we were to choose the debt Snowball, you'd pay off your first debt, which would be that $3,000. You'd pay off your first debt in only 8 months versus 2 years paying off your first debt with the debt Avalanche. So that is a difference of 1 year and 5 months when it comes to paying off those debts. So again, the debt Snowball is really for people who they want to stay motivated and really stay on track with paying off their debt, whereas the debt Avalanche, if you don't need to stay motivated and you're going to do it, or you don't have a problem sticking with a plan, the debt Avalanche should make the most sense when it comes to paying off debt, because you pay less money in interest, and that means more money in your pocket and less going to the credit card companies or whoever you have to pay when it comes to your balances. So which would be the better method to use? Well, like I said, mathematically it would be the debt Avalanche, but when it comes to actually sticking with the plan, the better option would be the debt Snowball. So it really is up to you to decide what will work best for you in your specific circumstances. I'm not a financial professional, so you will have to talk to your own certified financial planner in your area to get the best plan of action for you. But these are just 2 common ways that are really good when it comes to paying off debt and helping people manage their debt and becoming debt free. So you can go ahead and, instead of paying money, pay off your debt, you use that money to then go ahead and invest your money to then make you more money. So that's really it for today's video, guys. That's just the 2 best ways to pay off debt, and which one is better than the other one. Honestly, neither are better than the other because they both have their advantages and disadvantages. It just depends on you and what will work for you. So if you guys like the video, please go ahead and give it a like, smash that like button for me, and also consider subscribing to the channel, turning that red subscribe button gray, as well as clicking the bell notification to stay up to date with any videos I have coming. Thank you guys for watching if you stick towards the end, and I will see you guys in the next one. Your boy's out.